Welcome everyone. I hope this video will serve to guide the submission of a good classroom catalyst through the Steo Connect's website. So we will get started. So after you've logged on to the Steo Connect site with a Google account, you can click on the third link here from the left. It says Classroom Catalysts, so we'll click right there. And here's where you would normally go to search for Classroom Catalysts. You would also go here and scroll all the way down to the bottom where you'll see this button here. It says Create. We'll click on the Create button. Now it's brought you to a page where you can begin to submit. And the first thing it's asking you for is a title. So something relevant, nothing too artsy, something that speaks to a teacher looking for something in particular. For example, a course code or topic, grade perhaps. All of these would direct a teacher to your resource and make it easier to find what someone might be looking for. So I'm going to get straight to the point. I'll call this, I'm actually going to submit a classroom catalyst on how to create a classroom catalyst. So I'll just call it that. How to create a classroom catalyst. Okay. Now the next portion is an image. Now this image is going to appear at the top of my classroom catalyst. It's not of utmost importance, so anything here among this list that's relevant, you can go ahead and choose. Since this is instructional or a guide, I think this book will serve. I've selected that by clicking on it once, and I can scroll down here and click Submit. And there we see it. Next is your name. Now what it's going to do is, as I'm typing my name, it's looking through the Steo Connect site for myself, and there I am. I've clicked on my name and we can move on to the next field. Now here is a video submission that is not a great option. It's something that you can create using your camera on your laptop or computer that will provide an additional resource for teachers that are trying to work through your classroom catalyst to figure out exactly how to apply or how to use your activity. It's a great resource to create, but don't let it intimidate you. Other methods are great as well, infographics, timelines, and so on. So if you do have a video such as the one I'm making right now, you can find the URL wherever you do post it, so YouTube or Vimeo, and you can copy the address and paste it here. I'm going to use a video that I've created a while ago on how to connect or how to log on to Steo Connect. Now this isn't the video that I will keep on this classroom catalyst. I'm going to change it once I post this video, but just so you see how it works. So I've selected the address. This is the video I've made a while ago. Selected the address at the address bar at the top. I'm going to right click copy or Control C to copy. That works too. I'm going to go into my submission page and I will paste that video. And that is done. The next part is probably the most important part. This is where as it says, body. So the body of your classroom catalyst will go here. So that includes an explanation of your activity, references to resources you may have used, materials needed, safety notes, sequence of lessons, timeline. All of the details that make up your classroom catalyst are going to go here. I've pre-typed or written out what I will paste, copy and then paste onto that portion of the submission page. So I'm going to select that. Again, I'll right-click copy, toggle to the next screen, and I will paste. Control V. So there we go. I've pasted my lesson plan, if you will. Yours is going to look different. My submission is a lot less involved than yours might be, but here's where you would have headings, subheadings, links. You can attach links and additional resources, so all of that will go here. Once you've completed your body, you can then fill out these next two portions. What division is it? I'm going to click on Other. Just for the purposes of selecting under a topic, I will click Inquiry because it's not really related to anything else. It is on how you can submit your inquiry activity, so I thought maybe that will work. But again, you can always go back and change anything you write here later. So going back for a second to the body, I wrote something previous to this, to making this video, that I just then pasted. You can do that certainly, or you can work on this form and come back to it at a later time. Nothing should be lost. All you do at the bottom is click on submit without clicking on submit for moderation, and you can always go back and edit it. I'll show you how to do that later. So a couple of ways to complete this form. So I've selected the division, I've selected my topic. The next portion is your expert element. Now nothing applies for me at the moment, but here's what you will see when you click on the drop down menu. So select whatever appears. It'll make searching for content for other teachers easier. So here are your options. I'm going to select none. The next portion is attaching media. So it's great that in the body you have details in your lesson outline, and however that looks with all the necessary resources. It does help to have this organized in separate files, perhaps. So you might have a file with a rubric, handouts properly labeled, titled handouts. I'll show you how to do that, as separate files to make searching and browsing through your Classroom Catalyst a little bit easier for teachers. So I've clicked on Browse, brought me to this new window. I'm going to click on Add Files, and I'm going to look for the file that I want to submit. I'm going to submit a Classroom Catalyst checklist, so I've selected that file. I could, if I wanted to, if I had any more files to submit, I could click on Add Files and continue searching through my hard drive and looking for more files. Once I've finished doing that, I'm now going to click on Start Upload. It's a pretty small file, so it's finished. You can see the green check mark here. Now I can click on Next. So before I do that, I should also show you that there's a tab here to upload any other web links, URL links to other resources. Once I'm done, I can click Next. It gives me a summary here, and here's where I want to double check. The name should be informative, so it should be clear. You should say Handout 1 or pre-lesson Handout 2, something specific that will help guide a teacher into working through your Classroom Catalyst. I'm going to click on Submit. There we go. So it's now submitted the file, and I'm going to give it a good description. So as it says here, this is what's going to appear as a label to the file that I have linked. Let's call this Classroom Catalyst checklist. Again, I can get RT and I may have called it something else, but being clear with a description that is informative is probably best. I can continue to add more media by clicking on Browse again, but this is all I have to submit in terms of attachments, so I'm going to leave it like that. The next portion is resources, link resources. So here I can attach, I can write a title to a URL resource that I have found. So I have a list already made. I'm going to just toggle back to my Word document here, and I want to attach these 3 resources. So a step-by-step instruction has been created already that I thought is great. I'm going to copy that URL. I'm going to paste it under where it says URL. I'm going to give it a title. This is a Word file that is shared via Google Docs. I'm going to add another resource by clicking on Add Another Item. I'll go back to my list, copy the URL, attach it there. I'm going to call it Template for Classroom Catalyst Elementary. Okay, one more item to add. Again, URL. Oops, I'm in the wrong spot. And I'll call it Template for Classroom Catalyst Secondary. Done. So I've added the 3 link resources that I wanted to. And the final but also very important field that I have to fill in are tags. Now, what tags are is they are words that a search engine looks for, descriptors, if you will, that help the person using the search engine locate a resource. Now, this should be specific and relevant to your Classroom Catalyst. So since my Classroom Catalyst is about how to make a catalyst, I'm going to call it I'm going to write this Classroom Catalyst. I will also add perhaps instructional. I have the video, so I'll write video. YouTube, I'm going to put it onto YouTube. And if I can think of any more, I will go back and add some more. But you could have tags, so if you're doing a grade 9 lesson on, let's say, measuring the growth of a plant, you might write ecology, environment, plants, measuring, graphing, grade 9 science. So any of those tags would lead a search engine to pull up your Classroom Catalyst and help a teacher find the resources he or she wants. And so I've selected or written these tags. Now I'm not ready to submit. I'm not going to click on this button here. Instead, I'm going to click submit so I can go back to it later. So in just a moment, it's just attaching everything I wrote. There we go. I have created now my Classroom Catalyst. Now I can access this catalyst, and this is how the body will appear, and this is what other teachers will see. And the links, as you can see, appear to the right. So here are web links, the URLs that attach to the resources on Google Drive, and this is a Word document that I attach with a checklist similar to this. Now, if I wanted to go back and edit this, all I need to do is click on my profile. So that's that little silhouette over here, and profile. I click on profile. So here's my profile. I'm going to scroll down now to where it says, or where it has a list of my Classroom Catalysts. How to create a Classroom Catalyst is mine, so I would click on this, and I can go to edit. It's as simple as that. If there are any questions, please feel free to post any comments.